What's up, everybody? Justin here. Monday morning, February 25th, day one, baby. 2024 starts right now. And so we're going to try a different style video for you here. We're going to basically just take the next 2 weeks of training. And as I start my Oceanside build for the next 4 weeks, and we're going to break down every single session for you. So really excited about this block. Just wrapped up my first session, which was a 5,000 yard aerobic swim, 10 400s on 5:15. 4 out of 10 effort, feeling great. But it's day one, so we better be feeling great. So looking forward to taking you through. I'm stoked about this season. I'm coming off of a little bit of a bumpy off season. I took a 3-week honeymoon to Patagonia with my wife, came back, had 2 decent weeks, then went to my Team Everyman Jack camp and ended up with a nasty flu and took 8 more days off. And now I'm just coming around. So starting from a little bit of baseline here, I'm gonna be using lactate to measure the intensities, and you're gonna get an inside look into how I approach training with my coach, Lauren Goss, across swim, bike, run. So we're gonna be just aiming for consistency. No hero sessions, 2 to 3 hours per day, most of the days, every morning and every night after work, Monday through Friday, with big, strong brick sessions on Saturdays, and long, easy runs Sunday. So you'll see up here, we'll pull out my training peaks for you. This is what a week looks like of programming, and we're gonna aim to follow the exact same weekly structure for the next 4 weeks in a row into 1 taper week for Oceanside. So it's, I would say, medium volume, medium high intensity, just consistency banked after day with no bad days. So this will be a 2-part video, and stay tuned for part 1. Thanks for checking it out, and look forward to seeing you in Oceanside. Monday afternoon, 2 hours on the trainer. 1 hour of that will be at LT1, so 255 to 260 watts, depending on the day. And I'll use lactate to look for that. And I'm looking for 1.0 to 1.2 millimole for LT1, upper aerobic. I'll make sure to get 60 grams of carbs down as well, because I had a decently big session this morning, using never second bars on the solids. And yeah, wrapping up a pretty easy 2-hour trainer ride to start the week. All right, Tuesday, 6 a.m. alarm, wake up feeling good. We got 10K of work at threshold on tap for today. So 2 times 1K, 60 to 90 seconds rest, 2K, 60 to 90 seconds rest. Repeat that, and then 2 times 1K. So 10K total, around 5:30 to 5:45 per mile pace. Felt pretty smooth, pretty strong. Good to get the first hard run into the year, and I'll repeat this every Tuesday for about 4 weeks as I build into the race, working on that 115, 117 race effort off the bike. Halfway through my workday, I try to step away and get 15 minutes in of physical therapy exercise. Here are the 5 go-to home exercises I'm doing twice a week for 15 minutes. Tuesday night, real easy spin, 90 minutes on the trainer, just flushing the legs out from the morning. 185 watts, but not really looking at the power meter. Wednesday morning, key swim with a little bit of threshold, 5,000 yard swim. Got the gang all here, as always, 6:40, time to roll. Wednesday afternoon run, easy 60 minutes on some tired legs. Ended up hitting the trails and going a little long, not much. Average heart rate 121, barely looking at pace, just getting the miles in. So Thursday morning, we got another mixed intensity swim. It was 5,000 yards. We actually ended up stretching it to 6. It was 2 400s. Pool was pretty warm, but got 6K and then off to a burrito. Because if I hit 6K, I get a breakfast burrito. This was the first session of the day, and the second session is actually harder. So we did a threshold workout as 8 times 6 minutes, with 5 minutes at threshold, 3:15, and then 1 minute just at or above threshold at 3:35. Super hard. Legs were pretty smashed. I had to bury myself on this one a little bit. Lactate was in a good spot on this, right at 3.2 millimole, which is right where I want to target. Wrapped it up with one that was just a little harder than the rest, but overall, probably an 8 out of 10 effort workout. And then non-alcoholic beers with the Olympian in the hot tub. Tyler's been staying with me all week, but he's got his own protocol. So Friday morning, we get up, we hit the swim, easy recovery, and then straight to the gym for a 30-minute easy run using the lever movement system. So I used this a little bit last year, not sponsored, but felt like it was a big tool in my hip recovery. And as I'm coming back to build more mileage, I'm hitting 40 miles every single week now, and I'm just doing one of these super easy recovery runs using that tool. And then Friday afternoon, get back out. Last meeting of the day, off to the mountain bike. Tyler had his little shakeout run, and running uphill, we were basically the same speed, which was pretty funny. Super windy day, but beautiful. Good to have some company out there on the trails. Just a fun hour on the dirt just to shake the legs out and get ready for a huge Saturday.
You got chamois?
Chamois?
Is that how you say it? Chamois?
I call it chamois. Race specific. 4 hours. What route do we want to do today?
Tempest?
Tempest. The most boring one. Out and back. Hell yeah. Desert, baby. I'm trying to get 100 miles on foot today in 4 hours. So we got 45-minute warm-up, 30 minutes at 2:55, priming the legs at the top of the aerobic zone, LT1. 5 minutes easy, and then 6 times 15 at 3:05. Basically just race effort without the surges. So kind of that settling race effort in the front packet. And then 3 minutes rest between each 15-minuter, and then another 30 minutes at 2:35. Workout's 4 hours and 10 minutes. It was meant to be outside, so we're going to modify it to be 4 hours instead of 4 hours and 10 minutes. And then we're going to run off 35 minutes building to race pace. Big day. 10. I'm ready for some LP. Should we hit the lights?
Lights feel like night today. Something in here's not right today. Why am I so uptight today? Paranoia is all I got left. I don't know what stressed me first and how the pressure was fed, but I know just what it feels like to have a voice in the back of my head, like a face that I hold inside, face that awakes when I close my eyes, face that I watch every time I lie, face that laughs every time I fall. Just everything. So I know that when it's time to sink or swim, the face inside is hearing me right underneath my skin. It's like a paranoid working over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right beneath my skin. I know I'm facing me, points out all my mistakes to me. You gotta fix.
Let's go.
Everybody acts like the fact of the matter is I can't add up to what you can, but everybody has a face that they hold inside, face that awakes when I close my eyes, face that watches every time they lie, face that laughs every time they fall. Just everything. So you know that when it's time to sink or swim, that the face inside is watching you too, right inside your skin. It's like a paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right beneath the skin. It's like a paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right beneath.
35 minutes off the bike. Build to race pace. I'm smashed. Feels like an Ironman training kind of day. Super windy. This is why we were inside today, because it's like 60-mile-an-hour gusts. So we're gonna run to the track. I don't think we're gonna get blown over, but it'll be interesting. I'm tired.
It would have been miserable.
When you're out deeper than you need, when you're out deeper than you need, so we sing to my eyes. When you're out deeper than you need, when you're out deeper than you need, so we sing to my eyes. When you're out deeper than you need, when you're out deeper than you need, so we sing to my eyes.
See, what you don't see in all these videos is that Kyle's actually doing all the workouts with me, which is ridiculous. 4 hours indoors. Find yourself a cameraman that does 4 hours indoors. Looking at you, Talbot. Looking at you. But yeah, Kyle's doing 4 hours indoors with a 20-minute runoff, 10 minutes to the track, do some filming, and then run back with me.
Yeah.
And he did 100 100s yesterday. How you feeling?
My shoulder was really and overall fatigue, but it was a good milestone in my swim journey for sure.
Yeah. 10,000 yards in one session is no joke.
15K for the week, first biggest one ever.
Man's on the up and up. Watch out, St. George. Oh, yeah. New words for that video? Maybe. That's like content 120. What do you think? Alex's first gel ever. Man ran a 123 half marathon last week, and he's never had a gel.
It's like pure sugar.
That's the point. All right. Last workout of the week. Day long run, boys. Hour 45, hour 50 on the trails. Super easy pace. We are averaging 9:20. Crazy win. All right, just wrapped up week 1 of 4 for the Oceanside build. 23 hours in the bank. It was honestly a really good week. You cannot take those moments for granted because I've been on the other side of that when training is just a grind or you're not feeling great. And this week, everything just hummed along and went well. So glad that that's how the YouTube video turned out, because if it doesn't turn out this way this week, then we'll share the truth. So 23 hours on the week was the totals, 23,500 yards swimming over 5 swims. The bike, I hit, 3 or 4 sessions totaling around 200 miles, 10 hours with some intensity. And then I hit 40 miles running for the second week in a row, which is honestly a big milestone for me. I haven't ever really hit 40 miles for more than 2 or 3 weeks in a row. So we're going to see how that goes, but that's a huge goal of mine to just keep maintaining that. So.
All right, so 23 hours training plus the full-time job. How does that work?
I think if you watch this video, you saw how it works. It's basically every morning and every night. I am flexible at work depending on the week. When I'm traveling for work once a month, once every other month for a week at a time, it gets really tough to train that type of volume. I try to bring it down to 10 to 12 hours a week, but it's essentially 6 a.m. alarm every day and 9 p.m. bedtime, and I never train after 7 p.m. So it's basically 6 to 9 a.m. and 5 to 7 p.m. That gives you 5 hours in the day. It's kind of all I do. I've been pretty disciplined, minus the party on Saturday night, which was my 30th birthday party, which was the one cheater night that I'm gonna have between now and Oceanside where I got hammered. I'm not gonna drink or do much social activity. My parents are coming to Vegas this weekend, so they'll be in part 2 of the video. But other than that, it's the low-key lifestyle. My wife and I are cooking every night, watching Netflix and going to bed early, so.
Okay, what was it like hosting a 3-time Olympian this past week?
It was awesome. Tyler's a great dude. It's been fun getting to know him better. Tyler Mislashuk, Canadian Olympian, three-time Olympian. Yeah, getting ready for Paris, so it was cool. We didn't do the same training. He was on his own program, I'm on my own program. Other than, him jogging while I was riding my mountain bike on Friday. But we had every meal together, and it was cool to hang out and watch Jeopardy at night and sit in the hot tub. It was cool to see how disciplined he was in his approach to the sport. I like to think I've been pretty disciplined this year, but just how meticulous and focused and committed he is when, I'm like, hey, you want to sit in the hot tub? And he's like, no, I can't because of this or that, or hey, I can't go do your swim session because I've got to do mine. And yeah, just being wholly committed and focused on a goal is cool to see, and I wish him the best in his chase for a medal in Paris. It's going to be freaking awesome to follow along, and I'll hopefully get up to Flagstaff with my wife to hang out with him and his girlfriend and do some training before Lake Placid this year. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to do part 2 this week, coming up with another look at largely the same structure. But yeah, feel free to comment any other questions you might have for me.